Welcome to this little video series on the Manhattan Unified Development Ordinance, which will eventually be adopted as the Manhattan Development Code. We wanted to put together a little video series in order to hopefully better communicate and highlight the bigger changes that will be coming to Manhattan in terms of our zoning, subdivision regulations, those kinds of things, and really just make it a more interactive process. I'm in my little corner here, so let's jump in. The Manhattan Development Code, as it will be called, this is my personal copy. It starts out in Article 1, and it kind of gives you an idea of the code structure. Keep in mind that this whole thing will eventually be hosted online in a much more user-friendly and interactive way with a lot more visuals, hyperlinks, and things like that. So it'll be a lot easier to navigate in the future as opposed to a hard copy document. The actual code will be a lot more dynamic than that. It also gets into the purpose of this code, going further back into the background of why zoning is a thing, to help protect the health, safety, and welfare of the community, separating incompatible uses, encouraging a mix of uses in some cases, kind of establishes the authority that zoning has within the city of Manhattan. This part of the code also establishes the jurisdiction. This would obviously apply to any structure or land that is within the city limits. It gets a little into sort of more transitionary things, so vesting rights if you already have a project underway or a subdivision that's already been approved, how it would sort of carry forward once this thing was adopted. It also gets into some legal issues with severability as well as effective date of the code and how it supersedes our current development code. And that's pretty much it for Article 1. It's pretty short, just a few pages at the beginning of this whole thing. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as you can. I'm excited about adopting this new code. I think it's a pretty big step forward for the city of Manhattan in terms of updating our zoning and subdivision regulations, really bringing in some more modern, more flexible best practices when it comes to the kinds of uses and the kinds of activity that we think our community really would like to see moving forward. So stay tuned for Article 2.